All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, back with another game review here. The Flyers win the second game of the season and are 2-0. It's a really good feeling, honestly. In a game where the Flyers battled adversity even before this game started, with the loss of Owen Tippett, and then Owen Lexell making his debut, a little bit of a shakeup in the lines. Because of that, Jackson Cates gets recalled. Owen Lexell obviously makes his debut and plays for Hodgson, who was put on waivers, who towards that he didn't really like. But this was a 4 o'clock game today. The reason this video was so late, I was celebrating my mother's 50th birthday. So, Mom, happy birthday. Thank you for everything you do for me. I really wouldn't be here without you. So just a happy birthday, and thanks for everything you do for me. I love you. Again, kind of getting back to the Flyers a little bit. Again, very similar lines. Lawton, Hayes, Konechny, Farabee, Noah Cates, and Allison. Van Riemsdyk with Frost and Legzinski. So Legzinski gets the bump to the right wing. Delorier with Jackson Cates and Lexell. Provi, D'Angelo, Sanheim, Braun, Sealer, Zamula, and Hart was in net. So no Tippett again, which was unfortunate. And again, battling adversity, right? And the theme of the first period was the Flyers, unfortunately, played really good. Ended up outshooting Vancouver this period 13-4, but we're down 2-0. Demko robbed Allison and Tite right off the gate. I'm like, okay, let's see how the Flyers kind of do here. Quick chance right off the bat. And then Burrows scores for Vancouver. Really unfortunate play. Looked like it deflected off Sealer. Hart kind of missed it at the same time. 1-0. JVR tried to play for Frost in tight. It was a good shift that followed that. Canucks get a power play. So a weak call, right? So already adversity. I talked about that. You get the goal against and then a pretty weak call early in a game. It's not the best way you want to start. The Flyers gave up the first goal last game. First goal in this one could have been 2-0 here, but again, really good job on the penalty kill. Smart clears, good plays at the line. They pretty much trapped Vancouver for most of it. Hayes ended up drawing the penalty on a good steal, but was hooked. So 4-on-4, Flyers had a couple looks. JVR had a chance for the bumper. Good entry play, but it was a little tough getting into the zone. After that, Flyers get another one on a too many men call. So another power play for the Flyers. They went 1 for 5 today in that area. This was a better power play. Good passing. There was a play that Konechny got a one-touch and just slipped it right over to Farabee. And at that point, I'm thinking to myself, that's where I think if they have Tippett, he just fires that. And I like that look because it's, again, quick pass right off the stick. Doesn't hesitate, nothing. Just, passes it right over. And really nice play there for Konechny to Tippett. Konechny to Farabee. That would have been Tippett's spot. But outside of that, Flyers had a couple chances. Cates on a wraparound chance. Smart play to drive the net. Lawton just missed the rebound. And, again, driving the net, right? That's been something that we've noticed a lot. Allison did it early. Did it a lot last game. Flyers did it a lot in this game. And they ended up drawing a penalty there. So 5-on-3 for 2 seconds. So really another power play. D'Angelo had a play for JVR on the bumper. A few looks from the first unit. Not really great from the second. So Garland would score again later off of kind of a smaller... unfortunate kind of breakdown, and the shots were 10-3 Flyers at this point. They end the period down 2-0. I thought it was a good period. They drove the net. They had chances to score. They had power plays. Didn't cash in. That's the unfortunate thing is they weren't able to cash in. I thought Allison looked pretty good in that period. Lawton as well. Again, that first line. I thought Provorov and D'Angelo have done a really good job at just getting pucks to the net and just being engaged offensively. That's one thing I've really noticed from that pair. Second period, it was a little more even in shots and also, I guess, more territorial play. The Canucks had their chances. Sealer had a shot off a Konechny drop pass. Lawton was kind of digging away in front, but ended up getting stopped. Again, good speed by Konechny. That's one thing I've really noticed from him. He's really just been wheeling. In these past 2 games, you've really noticed the way that he's been skating, the way he's moving his feet. He's flying throughout the neutral zone, gaining speed in the offensive zone. It's been really noticeable. Hart had a play where he moved the puck with D'Angelo was nowhere near it. It looked like Hart was going to just kind of close it. And so they, kind of escaped that one a little bit. D'Angelo had a nice play just to get the puck to the net. The fourth line was driving the net, which was kind of a nice play just to get it through. It looked like if he passed it, it would have kind of got deflected away. But again, it was a nice play by the fourth line just to drive the net. And driving the net, that's been one thing I've really noticed so far is the Flyers have done a good job of getting pucks to the net and driving and trying to finish. And they scored a couple goals and had some chances like that so far in these games. Hart had a really nice save on Kuzmenko and tight. If that goes in, it's a 3-0 game. Unfortunately, at that point, it's probably like, okay, this is going to be tough to kind of come back from. So it's 3-0. Flyers get a power play. Looked like it was going to be a penalty on the Flyers. It wasn't, so the Flyers get a power play. Lawton had a chance off the wall. Farabee ended up driving the net. Outside of that, nothing much, and it was unfortunate. You're getting into the later stages of the period. They had some looks, but the Flyers break through. They get another power play here. Farabee was kind of hit hard by Luke Shen on an elbow call. And one thing I've noticed from Farabee is he's been, even with the injury, he hasn't really been reluctant to kind of go into the corner and kind of make some plays like that. He's been engaged, and I've liked how he's been driving the middle with speed. He's done that 5-on-5. He's done that on the power play, and it created a chance before that where he kind of just took it right in himself. D'Angelo would score here. His first goal as a Flyer. Again, quick shot at the net. Konechny and JVR with the double screen. Konechny was already there. JVR was doing the flyby kind of screen, and they get one past Demko. Finally, after that, the Flyers had a couple looks. Looks like it was actually more of Vancouver. They had a handful of chances. They had a good shift after the Flyers' goal. Then they would get a power play. Noah Cates had a tip on a cross-ice pass, and the shorthanded goal from Scott Lawton. That goal was absolutely gorgeous. From the pass from Konechny to realize that, okay, I don't have a play up the middle of the ice. I'm going to throw this off the wall. It's perfectly aimed. It's a perfect enough speed for Lawton to not be offside by like an inch. It was perfect. It was a beautiful play. I have really, really liked how Travis Konechny has played in these past two games. He's played with so much swagger. And I mentioned this on the podcast yesterday, the FU swagger that Jake Voracek said he had after a game where he scored a game winner against Vancouver a couple years ago. And Travis Konechny is playing with that right now. He is playing with that FU swagger, that kind of baller mentality. And it's like he's like on another level, and I'm loving it right now. Great play, Lawton. Beautiful shot, too. I thought Scotty Lawton had a really nice game in this one. Power play carries over, and this was a good thing from the Flyers. Again, battling adversity. And Hart, for giving up a couple, again, squeakers early in the game, he was great after that. Vancouver was all over the Flyers in this period. They get a power play early that carries over from the second. Good job by the Flyers just getting the puck out. Hart had a couple nice saves. After that, chances from the slot. Canucks were just moving the puck really well. The Flyers were scrambling in their own zone. You don't really want to see that, again, especially when you scored a late goal, to kind of not, tie yourself in a game where you were getting chances, but the goalie was playing really well. You don't want to kind of cave in. Flyers were doing that. They bent, but they didn't break. Power play for Vancouver, block shot off of a Miller shot for D'Angelo. Not really threatening from the Canucks. Hart had a nice save in front of Kuzmenko, but outside of that, pretty good penalty kill for the Flyers. They went 5 for 5 today. Really good job, I thought. Again, Vancouver's going to have chances with all the weapons they have, but I thought the Flyers did a really good job. Again, clogging in the middle, attacking at the blue line, not giving up much for Vancouver. And again, the Flyers were better in the face-off circle today, 52% for Vancouver to 48% for the Flyers. So pretty damn close to half right there. And outside of that, there was a fight. Delorier and Burroughs both fought. Pretty good timing, I thought, for that. I felt like the Flyers needed a little bit of momentum, and they got it off of that. Had a 4-on-2 chance. Farabee found Provorov creeping. Allison drove the net. D'Angelo had a one-timer. Net came off its moorings. That was one of the few main chances the Flyers had off that face-off. They get a play to the net, kind of broken up a little bit. Provorov shoots it, deflects off of a Canucks defenseman's stick. Konechny's right there. Slam dunk, 3-2. Flyers have the lead. Just a great play in general. Canucks would pull the goalie. They had some pressure, had a power play. Hart had a good save through some traffic on Miller, killed that one off, and the Flyers win this game 3-2. Really solid. I think a couple things that I took away was, the way the Flyers have been driving the net. Just the way that they've, again, battling adversity, right? They've done that a lot already. And even last season, right? We could talk about that. But for this year alone, right? You don't have Atkinson, you don't have Risto. You come out in the home opener, you have a really good game. You come into this game, you lose another forward in that game in Owen Tippett, and you have a guy making his debut. You have a little bit different mix of lines, and guys are stepping up. Travis Konechny with a goal and an assist today. Just really good. I mean, just really, really good play from Konechny. He's been great already for the Flyers. He's had a handful of points. Obviously, he's got 3 goals in 2 games. Carter Hart has, again, given up a couple softies, but after that, he's been really good. Penalty kill has continued their success, even from the preseason. I've talked about that. So a lot of good things, right? And now you're going into a tough road trip, and you open up the season with 2 home wins. Really nothing else you could ask for. I thought White Allison was good in this game. Owe Lexell for his debut was all right. Some good plays, some bad. I thought the fourth line was kind of stuck, kind of defending a lot in this one, at least from what I noticed. But overall, again, the Flyers win this one, and now they have Tampa Bay on Tuesday. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys thought on this game. Again, I do apologize for being so late, and I'm sure everybody can understand. Yeah, Flyers win 3-2. Let me know your thoughts. Remember to check out the podcast. You can call 267-939-1216. Leave a message for that. And the Flyers fan club, and we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Also, I am like 5 or 6 followers away from 1,000 on Twitter. So please check me out on Twitter if you could. I really would appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts below, and I'll talk to you all again soon.